The droplets bounce against the window pane tonight. We are completely insulated from the frantic town. The neon sign outside is casting crimson light as all our heavy inhibitions start to drown. I pour a drink and watch the bubbles gently rise. You sit across from me, your notebook on your knees. I see a softer definition in your eyes, enchanted by the whisper of the autumn breeze. We have no schedule, no deadlines left to meet. Just 20 fingers waiting for the perfect cue.
Yeah. Look at the condensation forming on the window glass. Reminds me of the decades that I permitted to pass. In the frantic blur of stadium shows and flashing lights, trading my sanity for lonely, sleepless nights. But in this rainy lounge, the universe is standing still. I don't feel the obligation to deliver a lyrical thrill. I can just lay my thoughts down on a velvet cushion without the industry executives constantly pushing. Your vocal tone is like a warm fireplace in December, igniting embers of a past I actually want to remember. We drop the tempo down to 60 beats per minute, finding a peaceful, quiet solace now that we are in it.
The storm is raging on the boulevard outside these walls, but we are safe inside these temporary sacred halls. We watch the water wash away the dirt from every street, creating a rhythm where our separate worlds can finally meet. Inside this rainy lounge, the world can spin away. We have no interest in tomorrow or the yesterday. We blend the rapid execution with the gentle touch, realizing that a simple whisper means so much. Yes, the rainy lounge will keep us warm and dry beneath the heavy canopy of a weeping stormy sky.
I used to think that peace was just a mythical illusion, a fairy tale designed to hide the psychological confusion. But sitting here with you, listening to the thunder rumble, I feel my giant walls of ego start to crack and crumble. You offer me a shelter from my own aggressive history, unraveling the complexity of my internal mystery. No longer weaponizing syllables to cause an injury, just analyzing all the poetry inside your imagery. We elevate the art form by reducing all the volume, writing our thoughts inside a monumental private volume. This is the antidote to all the digital pollution, a classic jazz performance as the ultimate resolution.
The candlelight is flickering against the wooden wall. The storm outside is reaching its dramatic peak. I listen closely to your gentle rhythmic call and find the vocabulary that I used to seek. Our synchronization is completely undeniable and strong. The storm is raging on the boulevard outside these walls, but we are safe inside these temporary sacred halls. We watch the water wash away the dirt from every street, creating a rhythm where our separate worlds can finally meet. Inside this rainy lounge, the world can spin away. We have no interest in tomorrow or the yesterday. We blend the rapid execution with the gentle touch, realizing that a simple whisper means so much. Yes, the rainy lounge will keep us warm and dry beneath the heavy canopy of a weeping stormy sky. Let it rain, let the heavy water fall.
We answer to a completely different kind of call.
No more running from the ghost of our past.
Yeah, we built a shelter
that is guaranteed to last.
Listen to the raindrops hitting on the roof.
Ooh,
this melody is all the validation
and the proof inside the gentle touch, realizing that a simple whisper means so much. Yes, the rainy lounge will keep us warm and dry beneath the heavy canopy of a weeping stormy sky. Rainy lounge until the morning light. Keep the storm outside. Wear good night. The ivory is yellowed on this ancient keyboard stand, a relic of a generation that has slipped away. I run my fingers across the wood with an unsteadied hand, remembering the melodies we used to easily play. The lacquer is peeling like the paint upon the wall, a visual reminder of the passage of time. We listen to the autumn leaves as they begin to fall, trying to reconstruct a reason or a rhyme for why we let our vibrant symphony completely expire.
Yeah, look at these faded keys. The instrument is ancient history. How we lost our synchronization remains a total mystery. I'm looking at the dust settling inside the inner strings, thinking about the temporary joy that material luxury brings. I used to chase the platinum plaques, the trophies on the shelf, completely neglecting the psychological health of myself. Now I'm standing in an antique shop, staring at the mechanism, viewing our entire career through a different kind of prism. Your fingers strike a chord and the wood starts to vibrate, resurrecting emotions that I thought were way too late to salvage from the wreckage of our colossal collision. But the music is providing a brand new,
pristine vision. The ink is fading on the old sheet music score, but our creative spark is stronger than it was before. We sweep away the cobwebs from the corners of our mind, leaving the historical baggage completely behind. Through these faded keys we resurrect the dormant flame, remembering the purpose long before we knew the fame. We blend the hip-hop cadence with the classical design, pouring old wisdom into a brand new bottle of wine. Yes, the faded keys will play a magnificent song, proving that our creative connection was right all along.
yeah. I remember the days of the basement tapes and the raw hunger, before the industry machinery chewed up the young girl and youngster. We were just purists chasing after a beautiful vibration, without the constant pressure of a global expectation. But sitting next to you on this creaky wooden bench, I feel the old passion returning to quench the artistic thirst of this stadium crowd could never satisfy. No longer needing to exaggerate or castily justify my existence to a jury of anonymous internet commenters, just focusing entirely on these acoustic parameters. We let the tempo breathe, no electronic quantization, just two masters engaged in a profound conversation.
The vintage resonance is filling up the empty room. The shadows are retreating from the corners of the hall. We watched our dormant inspiration suddenly bloom, answering a deeply spiritual internal call. Our legacy is written in the music that we make. The ink is fading on the old sheet music score, but our creative spark is stronger than it was before. We sweep away the cobwebs from the corners of our mind, leaving the historical baggage completely behind. Through these faded keys we resurrect the dormant flame, remembering the purpose long before we knew the fame. We blend the hip-hop cadence with the classical design, pouring old wisdom into a brand new bottle of wine. Yes, the faded keys will play a magnificent song, connection was right all along. Play it once again, let the opening
to see what kind of perspective this melody.
The past is behind us, the future is clear.
Yeah, the music is the only thing that matters right here.
Just listen to the machinery working inside the frame.
We survive the fire.
We survive the heavy rain. Through these faded keys, we resurrect the dormant flame. Remembering the purpose long before we knew the fame. We blend the hip-hop cadence with the classical design, pouring old wisdom into a brand new bottle of wine. Yes, the faded keys will play a magnificent tone, proving that our creative connection was right all along.
Faded keys
Into the quiet night,
close the lid. You done?
that's right. The kindling is dry beneath our frozen feet. We watch the sparks initiate the quiet glow. The world outside is rushing down the frantic street, but here inside our sanctuary, we move slow.
I lay my heavy head upon your leather vest and listen to the rhythm of your breathing pattern. We finally found a place where we can truly rest, far away from the orbits of Jupiter and Saturn.
The flame is consuming the wood without a sound, a steady heat that warms the cold and dusty floor.
Yeah, look at the ember drifting upward through the chimney flue. Reminds me of the anger that I used to give to you. I was an explosive device with a short fuse attached, ready to detonate whenever a match was scratched. But you introduced me to a different type of thermodynamics, calming down my erratic panic and my verbal forensics. This ain't a sudden explosion that destroys the neighborhood. This is a slow burn, a steady fire consuming the wood. I dropped the hostile demeanor, the defensive posture, realizing how much energy my old resentment cost. Your vocals are like a warm blanket in a blizzard storm, keeping my shivering spirit incredibly safe and warm.
We don't need a massive bonfire to illuminate the dark. We just need to protect this tiny, miraculous spark. The temperature is rising in a controlled environment, giving our exhausted souls a beautiful retirement. And it's a slow burn, gradual release of the heat, a perfect synchronization of the piano and the street beat. We blend the fierce vocabulary with the velvet touch, realizing that the subtle expressions matter so much. Yes, the slow burn will keep us warm throughout the night, guiding our footsteps until the morning brings the light.
I spent my entire youth burning down every single bridge I crossed, never calculating the immense psychological price it cost. I thought that passion meant screaming until your vocal cords tore, leaving nothing but ash and destruction on the venue floor. But sitting here in this cabin, observing your composure, I'm learning the true artistic value of absolute exposure. No longer needing to ignite a public controversy, just throwing myself completely at your musical mercy. We let the tempo breathe like a vintage bottle of port, no longer cutting our deepest conversations short. Two separate elements fusing into a singular entity, reclaiming our focus and our creative identity.
The midnight law collapses into a bed of gold. The room is filled with a comforting, nostalgic scent, a beautiful story that no longer needs to be told. We understand exactly where our youthful passion went. Our synchronization is an undeniable work of art. We don't need a massive bonfire to illuminate the dark. We just need to protect this tiny, miraculous spark. The temperature is rising in a controlled environment, giving our exhausted souls a beautiful retirement. And it's a slow burn, a gradual release of the heat, a perfect synchronization of the piano and the street beat. We blend the fierce vocabulary with the velvet touch, realizing that the subtle expressions matter so much. Yes, the slow burn will keep us warm throughout the night, guiding our footsteps until the morning brings the light. Let it cook, let the warmth, let it cook, let the warmth. No more screaming microphones or aggressive tones. Yeah, we are safe from the winter, safe from the cold. Yeah, a dynamic chemistry that never grows old. Just watch the last log turn into a glowing coal.
This is the ultimate satisfaction of my soul.
And it's a slow burn, a gradual release of the heat, a perfect synchronization of the piano and the street beat. We blend the fierce vocabulary with the velvet touch, realizing that the subtle expressions matter so much. Yes, the slow burn will keep us warm throughout the night, guiding our footsteps until the morning brings the light. Slow burn, turning into passion. Let the heat linger, we could relax. Slow burn. The haze is settling inside this dim cafe. A cigarette is burning down to ash and dust. We watch the golden afternoon dissolve to gray, and left our promises to wither and to rust. I feel the ivory beneath my heavy hands, unlocking memories we tried so hard to hide. Nobody in this crowded room quite understands the silent current pulling us against the tide. You speak in riddles that are tangled in the smoke, a beautiful disaster that I can't forsake.
Yeah, I watch the wisps of gray ascending toward the plaster ceiling, trying to suppress this overwhelming, suffocating feeling. You're hitting chords that resurrect a ghost I thought was buried dead, evoking all the wicked words that everybody else has said. I used to weaponize the dialect, the lyrical assassin, but now I'm sitting in the shadows witnessing your passion. The way your fingers navigate the keys is like a healing ointment, erasing 20 years of anger, stress, and disappointment. I drop the microphone and listen to the resonance, absorbing every single note to establish my defense against the inner turbulence that threatens to consume my mind, leaving the bitterness and all the heavy armor far behind.
We let the smoke illuminate the hidden path we tread, unraveling the complicated mysteries instead of fighting battles that were lost a decade long ago. We let the music set the pace and control the steady flow. Through these smoky keys we find a way to breathe again, a sanctuary from the chaos and the driving rain. We blend the gritty storytelling with the vintage blues, discovering a perspective that we can finally use. Yes, the smoky keys will guide us through the dark terrain, converting all our historical agony into gain.
I spent My entire youth navigating through a fiery furnace, screaming at the top of my lungs to prove my own earnest. But there's a quiet dignity inside this jazzy atmosphere, where all the paranoia and the static suddenly disappear. You play a major third and alter my entire mood, replacing my aggressive stance with genuine gratitude. No longer chasing validation from a fickle demographic, just chilling in a corner booth, ignoring all the heavy traffic. We orchestrate a masterpiece out of the broken fragments, defying every critic who predicted our collapse in segments. This is the fusion of the pavement and the classical design, a legendary vintage poured into a dirty glass of wine. The final ember dies inside the crystal tray. The morning light is whispering across the floor. We threw our heavy, useless armor completely away, and found the strength to walk right through that open door. Your rhyme scheme is a shield that protects my fragile song. We let the smoke illuminate the hidden path we tread, unraveling the complicating mysteries instead of fighting battles that were lost a decade long ago. We let the music set the pace and control the steady flow. Through these smoky keys we find a way to breathe again, a sanctuary from the chaos and the driving rain. We blend the gritty storytelling with the vintage blues, discovering a perspective that we can finally use. Yes, the smoky keys will guide us through the dark terrain, converting all our historical agony into gain. Stripped of all the superficial weight we used to bear. Through these smoky keys we find a way to breathe again, or find a way to sanctuary from the chaos and the driving rain. We blend the gritty storytelling with the vintage blues, discovering a perspective that we can finally use. Yes, the smoky keys will guide us through the dark terrain, converting all our historical agony into gain. Just let it fade out right here, perfect. White noises drifting through the old speaker box, a transmission from a world we left behind. I feel the vibration through my woolen socks as the late night frequencies begin to wind. We are like two signals searching for a clear band, lost in the waves of a vast digital ocean, trying to hold on with an unsteadied hand to the remaining fragments of our pure emotion. The needle is skipping on the scratch shellac, a rhythmic reminder that there is no turning back. Hear the distortions scratching inside my eardrum, reminds me of the chaotic place that I emerged from. I'm dialing the receiver, trying to find your station, navigating through a sea of absolute frustration. The airwaves are crowded with commercial pollution, but I'm searching for an organic acoustic resolution. I spent my whole career screaming through the microphone capsule, trying to keep my aggressive thoughts under a tight capsule. But this static soul environment is forcing me to listen, watching how the dust motes in the low light glisten. Your piano chord
chords are like a filter that cleans the signal, rescuing my spirit from a reality that's artificial. We let the feedback become a part of our melody, converting the technological glitch into a therapy. The interference is dropping as our frequencies align, creating a pristine blueprint of a legendary design. And it's a static soul vibrating through the cosmic air, an honest manifestation of the burdens that we bear. We blend the gritty frequencies with the vintage pop grace, securing our own position in this vast electronic space. Yes, the static soul will eventually find a clear channel, dressing our rawest thoughts in a warm sheet of flame.
My perspective is changing when the background hiss increases, forcing me to reassemble all my broken psychological pieces. I used to think that volume was the only way to conquer the static, delivering a verbal barrage that was entirely erratic. But sitting in the studio, observing your frequency control, I feel a deep sense of tranquility entering my soul. No longer participating in the modern digital rat race, just enjoying the warmth of this analog restricted space. We let the distortion linger, refusing to sanitize the track, embracing the beauty of every single imperfection and crack. A monumental fusion of the street corner and the lounge room, watching our alternative creative projects suddenly bloom.
The radio tower is flashing on the distant hill. The midnight transmission is reaching its final phase. The outside world is completely quiet and still as we emerge from the thick electronic haze. Our synchronization is a permanent, unbreakable way. We let the feedback become a part of our melody, converting the technological glitch into a therapy. The interference is dropping as our frequencies align, creating a pristine blueprint of a legendary design. And it's a static soul vibrating through the cosmic air, an honest manifestation of the burdens that we bear. We blend the gritty frequencies with the vintage pop grace, securing our own position in this vast electronic space. The static soul will eventually find a clear channel, dressing our rawest thoughts in a warm sheet of flannel.
An honest manifestation of the burdens that we bear.
We blend the gritty frequencies with the vintage pop grace,
securing our own position in this vast
electronic space. Yes, the static soul will eventually find a clear channel, dressing our rawest thoughts in a warm sheet of flannel. Static soul drifting away into space.
Pull the plug on the receiver.
We're good. Peace. My fingers slide across the damaged ivory block. The harmony is fractured, completely out of tune. The ticking mechanism of the grandfather clock reminds me that the winter will swallow up the June. We try to construct a beautiful, cohesive song, but every single inversion feels slightly out of place. We spent too many seasons pretending nothing was wrong, hiding our deep resentment behind a smiling face. Now the disarray is vibrating through the metallic strings, a painful manifestation of the sorrow that it brings.
Yeah, look at these broken chords. The composition is a disaster. We're trying to patch up the holes in the structural plaster with superficial apologies that don't mean a thing. Wondering what kind of misery this arrangement will bring. I'm used to spitting aggressive rhymes over a solid foundation. Now I'm navigating through a sea of absolute frustration. because the root note is missing, the bass line is distorted. Every single attempt at reconciliation has been aborted. I look at your sheet music, it's torn and scattered around, an accurate representation of the trauma that we found when we allowed our egos to dictate the musical key, destroying the fragile balance of our creative decree. We try to find a resolution to this dissonant strain, searching for a therapeutic balm to alleviate the pain. But the intervals are jagged, the tension refuses to break, exposing every single error that we managed to make. Through these broken chords, we articulate our mutual grief, searching through the disarray for a moment of temporary relief. We blend the fractured poetry with the melancholy design, accepting that our tapestry will never perfectly align. Yes, the broken chords are echoing through the empty hall, a haunting monument to our monumental historic fall. Yeah, I remember when our synchronization was completely flawless, before our internal environment became entirely lawless. I was a perfectionist, analyzing every single syllable count, trying to conquer every obstacle that I had to surmount. But sitting next to you on this fractured piano bench, I feel an emotional pain that no amount of liquor can quench. No longer able to hide behind a clever punchline or gimmick, faced with a reality that I don't want to mimic. We let the dissonance linger, refusing to resolve the chord, realizing that honesty is our only remaining reward. A devastating masterpiece built out of structural decay, watching the final remnants of our paradise wither away.
The candlelight is dying out inside the empty room, the final harmonic extension dissolves into the dark. We are completely surrounded by an atmospheric gloom, unable to ignite a single salvaging creative spark. Our legacy is written in these unresolved tragic notes. We try to find a resolution to this dissonant strain, searching for a therapeutic balm to alleviate the pain. But the intervals are jagged, the tension refuses to break, exposing every single error that we managed to make. Through these broken chords, we articulate our mutual grief, searching through the disarray for a moment of temporary relief. We blend the fractured poetry with the melancholy design, accepting that our tapestry will never perfectly align. Yes, the broken chords are echoing through the empty hall, a haunting monument to our monumental historic fall. Fix the structure, the damage is too deep.
Yeah, nothing left
but the secrets that we're forced to keep.
Yeah,
there's no point in trying to play. Let the final broken chord just drift completely away. Searching through the disarray for a moment of temporary relief. We blend the fractured poetry with the melancholy design, accepting that our tapestry will never perfectly align. Yes, the broken chords are echoing through the empty hall, a haunting monument to our monumental historic fall. Let it break, it's over. Walk away. Yeah. The barista pours another cup of dark roast espresso. I watch the steam evaporate against the morning frost. You're staring out the window at the people down below, calculating everything we gathered and we lost. The doesn't sweeten the resentment in our cup. We drink the liquid sorrow till our vision starts to blur. It's funny how a single choice can tear a kingdom up and leave us with the ghost of everything we used to were.
I trace the porcelain handle with my trembling fingertips, wishing I could rewrite every bitter word we spoke. Yeah. Pass the mug because my throat is dry from swallowing my pride. I've been suppressing all these demons that are bubbling inside. Look at the dark complexion of the beverage inside the glass. Reminds me of the shadows that we threw across the grass when we were arguing about the petty things that didn't matter. Watching all our expectations shatter like a ceramic platter. I pour my heart out in a message that I never sent, spending every single second wondering where the passion went.
Now we're trapped inside a coffee house surrounded by the patrons, two separate entities avoiding any close relations. I take a gulp, it burns my tongue, a physical reminder that history can be a cruel, unforgiving grinder. We stare into the black abyss of our mistakes, counting all the promises of fragile human breaks. The morning rush is whirling all around our isolated table, trying to fix a bond that we no longer feel is stable. It's a bitter brew that we are forced to swallow now. We lost the magic recipe, forgot the sacred vow. The counterculture coffee cannot heal the deep incision. We're staring at each other through a broken, muddy vision, but through the bitterness, a spark of truth remains alive. A desperate remedy to help our weary souls survive.
Yeah, I watch the sediment settle down at the very bottom, thinking about the vibrant summer turning into autumn. My vocabulary fails me when I look into your eyes. I see through the facade and all the clever neat disguises. You wanted something simple, just a peaceful, quiet life. Instead I brought the chaos, the publicity, the strife, the media perception of a madman with the pen. And now I'm trying to figure out if we can start again in this bohemian cafe, listening to the acoustic chords, dropping all my weapons, my artillery, my swords. Just an ordinary man holding a lukewarm paper cup, hoping that you'll look across the table and look up.
The background music plays an old familiar bossa nova, a gentle reminder that the storm is finally over. We don't need to rebuild the walls we spent years tearing down. We just need to find a way to walk through this old town without the heavy burden of the grudges that we keep. We stare into the black abyss of our mistakes, counting all the promises of fragile human breaks. The morning rush is swirling all around our isolated table, trying to fix a bond that we no longer feel is stable. And it's a bitter brew that we are forced to swallow now. We lost the magic recipe, forgot the sacred vow. The counterculture coffee cannot heal the deep incision. We're staring at each other through a broken, muddy vision, but through the bitterness, a spark of truth remains alive. A desperate remedy to help our weary souls survive. Drink it down. Drink it down, let the down. Drink it down, drink it down, drink it down, drink it down, drink it down. Let the warmth wash away the cold. Stories told, secrets sold, watching love unfold. We survived the frost, we survived the longest night. Yeah, just to focus till the picture's looking right. And it's a bitter brew that we are forced to swallow now. We are forced to swallow. We lost the magic recipe, forgot the sacred vow. Forgot the sacred vow. The counterculture coffee cannot heal the deep incision. We're staring at each other through a broken, muddy vision, but through the bitterness, a spark of truth remains alive. A desperate remedy to help our weary souls survive. Just a bitter brew in the morning light,
Leave the tips on the counter, we're good out.
and just a bitter brew in the morning light. overlooks the fading evening light. We sit in silence, watching shadows grow. The steam from teacups rises in the night. A bittersweet, sweet melody starts to flow. You hold your secrets hidden in your chest. I read the lines engraved upon your palm. We seek a sanctuary, craving rest within this fragile, temporary calm. Your words are heavy, tumbling like the rain against the window of my lonely heart. We try to find a balm to soothe the pain before our tangled worlds are torn apart.
Yeah, look at these velvet curtains hanging from the ceiling structure, hiding all the fractures from a catastrophic rupture. I'm pacing on the hardwood, staring at the grand piano, trying to decode your vocal range in sweet soprano. But my mind is like a labyrinth of chaotic puzzle pieces. Every time I try to speak, the inattention just increases. I grew up in the concrete, hardened by the winter freezing. Now I'm sitting in this lounge, searching for a valid reason to lay down my old armor, let the rhythm take control, injecting jazz melodies straight into a damaged soul. You strike a minor chord and suddenly my vision clears, washing away 20 years of accumulated fears.
The ink is wet upon the blank white page. We turn the key and unlock the iron cage. Step out into the dim and smoky room and watch our collective definitions bloom. Oh, these velvet rhymes are falling down like silver autumn leaves, a soothing tapestry that every broken spirit weaves. We blend the fierce conviction with the tenderest embrace, finding our salvation in this quiet, sacred space. Yes, the velvet rhymes will carry us across the stormy sea. A beautiful collision of your truth and harmony.
Yeah, I used to think that volume was the only way to conquer foes, screaming at the microphone, delivering the heavy blows. But now I see the power in the whisper, in the sudden pause, analyzing all my flaws without demanding your applause. You got me through the tempo like an angel in disguise, reconstructing all the fragments where the old resentment lies. No more aggressive anthems, just a steady, peaceful flow, watching how the embers of a dying fire glow. I drop the heavy baggage that I carried on my spine, blending my aggressive flow with your vintage muscadine. We write a brand new chapter where the past cannot pursue, finding a silver lining in a world of darkest blue.
The clock is ticking backwards on the wall. The outside noise begins to fade away. I listen closely to your rhythmic call and find the courage that I lost today. Your poetry is sharp but beautifully refined, the perfect counterpoint to my design. The ink is wet upon the blank white page. We turn the key and unlock the iron cage. Step out into the dim and smoky room and watch our collective definitions bloom. Oh, these velvet rhymes are falling down like silver autumn leaves, a soothing tapestry that every broken spirit weaves. We blend the fierce conviction with the tenderest embrace, finding our salvation in this quiet, sacred space. Yes, the velvet rhymes will carry us across the stormy sea. A beautiful collision of your truth and harmony. Conviction with the tenderest embrace, finding our salvation in this quiet, sacred space. Yes, the velvet rhymes will carry us across the stormy sea. A beautiful collision of your truth and harmony. Just let the piano play peace. Just let the piano play peace. stretches out into the midnight dark, a river of white headlights moving down below. I sit up on the rooftop waiting for a spark as the cold industrial wind begins to blow. I hear the distant hum of the metropolis alive, a million different stories intersecting in the air. We struggle in the concrete jungle just to survive, forgetting all the simple things we used to share. Your voice comes through the static of my old radio, a comforting reminder of the world I used to know.
Yeah, I hear that distant hum of the engines on the interstate, pacing on the terrace, trying to communicate. The isolation of a man who reached the absolute summit, watching his emotional stability suddenly plummet. I look down at the grid like the city looks like a circuit board, a chaotic environment that I can no longer afford to let inside my psyche, polluting my internal peace. I need this industrial noise to completely cease, but your melody is cutting through the smog and the vibration, providing a divine alternative destination, a frequency of jazz that counteracts the urban madness, replacing my aggressive cynicism with a
gentle sadness. The world is spinning at a terrifying, frantic pace, but we are frozen in this elevated, quiet space. We listen to the vibration of the valley down below, allowing our creative ideas to naturally grow. And it's a distant hum that reminds us where we came from, an echo of the pavement and the beating of a street drum. We blend the mechanical pressure with the organic touch, realizing that the quiet moments mean so much. Yes, the distant hum will eventually fade into sleep, leaving us with nothing but the promises we keep.
I spent my whole life screaming over the industrial roar, fighting for a position on the dirty venue floor. But now I appreciate the beauty of a distant perspective, analyzing my career with a completely new objective. No longer participating in the rat race or the competition, just executing my artistic and creative mission. When the legendary songstress who understands the pocket, we don't need to launch another commercial rocket. Just sitting on a rooftop, watching the exhaust fumes rise, seeing the reflection of the stars inside your eyes. We synchronize our thoughts like two grandfather clocks, escaping from the system in its commercial boxes.
The midnight train is whistling along the rusty track. The city down below is finally turning off the light. There is no earthly reason for us to ever look back, as long as we can navigate the darkness of the night. Our connection is a lighthouse in a stormy, foggy sea. The world is spinning at a terrifying, frantic pace, but we are frozen in this elevated, quiet space. We listen to the vibration of the valley down below, allowing our creative ideas to naturally grow. And it's a distant hum that reminds us where we came from, an echo of the pavement and the beating of a street drum. We blend the mechanical pressure with the organic touch, realizing that the quiet moments mean so much. Yes, the distant hum will eventually fade into sleep, leaving us with nothing but the promises we keep. Living in a spotlight can be incredibly hard.
We found a sanctuary
Far above the crowd,
no longer needing our expressions to be loud. Just listen to the city breathing in the dark.
This is where our new beginning leaves its mark. And it's a distant hum that reminds us where we came from, an echo of the pavement and the beating of a street drum. We blend the mechanical pressure with the organic touch, realizing that the quiet moments mean so much. Yes, the distant hum will eventually fade into sleep, leaving us with nothing but the promises we keep.
Just a hum.
Let the city sleep, we good out for the night. canyon of my mind is vast and completely empty. I scream your name, but nothing ever comes back to me. We accumulated wealth and treasures in plenty, but lost the simple essence of our history.
I stand upon the precipice of this dark canyon, looking for a sign, a glimmer or a spark, wishing you were still my comforting companion, to guide me through the terrifying dense dark. The reverberation of our last argument remains etched into the very stone of this abandoned place. Yeah, I hear the echo of our arguments bouncing off the canyon wall, reminding me of every single time I caused your pride to fall. I was too stubborn to admit that I was terrified of losing control, allowing my internal monsters to dig a massive empty hole. Yeah.
Now I'm standing in the clearing, shouting out an apology, trying to reverse the damage of my destructive psychology. The silence that you give me is louder than a gunshot blast, a painful reminder that the good times are firmly in the past.
I try to find the vocabulary to bridge this immense divide, but my ego keeps telling me to bury the truth deep inside.
Yeah, your piano chords are reaching out like a lifeline in the fog, rescuing my spirit from this suffocating swampy bog. We listen to the space between the words we never speak, discovering the hidden strength of being completely weak. The frequency is shifting as we align our separate souls, filling up the empty spaces and the broken bows, and it's a silent echo returning from the valley deep, a haunting memory that we are forced to forever keep. We blend the raw vulnerability with the vintage grace, reclaiming our position in this vast celestial space. Yes, the silent echo will eventually fade away, leaving us with nothing but the promise of a brighter day.
Yeah. Hey, I used to fill the silence with a barrage of rapid words, attacking every instrumental track like a flock of vicious birds. But now I understand the value of leaving a blank space, allowing your melody to completely illuminate the place. You show me that restraint can be a powerful artistic choice, giving more weight and definition to my gravelly voice. We strip away the distortion, the hype and the theatrics, focusing entirely on our emotional and creative matrix.
No longer running away from the quiet moments of reflection, just accepting our flaws without demanding human perfection.
I drop the microphone on the dusty, worn out floor,
realizing that I don't need to fight this war anymore. The wind is dying down inside this ancient valley. The stars are illuminating the dark, abandoned street. I no longer feel the need to constantly keep score or tally every single mistake or painful historical defeat. Our spirits are finally learning how to gently coexist. We listen to the space between the words we never speak, discovering the hidden strength of being completely weak. The frequency is shifting as we align our separate souls, filling up the empty spaces and the broken bowls, and it's a silent echo returning from the valley deep, a haunting memory that we are forced to forever keep. We blend the raw vulnerability with the vintage grace, reclaiming our position in this vast celestial space. Yes, the silent echo will eventually fade away, leaving us with nothing but the promise of a brighter day. for us to shoot.
We stand in peace
beneath the open sky.
Yeah, no more reasons for either of us to lie.
Just listen to the absolute quietness right now.
We finally figured out
the answer somehow. And it's a silent echo returning from the valley deep, a haunted memory that we are forced to forever keep. We blend the raw vulnerability with the vintage grace, reclaiming our position in this vast celestial space. Yes, the silent echo will eventually fade away, leaving us with nothing but the promise of a brighter day. Nothing left but the truth. Peace out.
Yeah.
The espresso machine is steaming on the bar, a jolt of lightning in a paper cup. I watch a taxi driving from afar before the daily madness wakes us up. I need this bitter stimulant today to kickstart my lethargic, sleepy mind. We have so many urgent things to say, leaving the heavy drowsiness behind. Your cadence is a hyperactive spark that cuts right through the foggy morning haze.
Yeah, injection of adrenaline straight into the bloodstream, waking up the monster from a vivid problematic dream. I'm pacing back and forth across the checkered tile floor. My brain is firing signals like an intellectual war. I take a double shot of dark roast, no sugar added. My vocabulary folder is incredibly well padded. I'm spitting syllables at 90 miles per hour flat, but keeping it inside the jazz pocket where you're at.
It's the staccato piano chords are giving me the blueprint, leaving a permanent artistic indelible footprint. We synchronize our energies, a high-octane solution, a countercultural blast against the mental pollution. The caffeine is kicking and accelerating the vibe, creating a frequency that words can barely describe. We elevate the tempo without losing our cool composure, exposing our internal thoughts to maximum exposure. And it's a caffeine flow rushing through our collective veins, an intellectual remedy that washes out the stains. We blend the rapid fire lyricism with the coffeehouse groove, giving the cynical spectators a reason to move. Yes, the caffeine flow will keep our awareness sharp and bright, illuminating our perspective with a surge of electrical light.
I used to need a negative emotion to fuel my fire, screaming at the top of my lungs to express my desire. But now I find inspiration in the high-grade bean selection, directing my explosive thoughts in a creative direction. No longer depending on the chaos or the media attention, just enjoying the organic chemistry of this dimension. You lay the melody down like a track for a bullet train, allowing my fast-paced dialect to thoroughly entertain the purists who thought that hip-hop and jazz couldn't mesh. We keep the arrangement incredibly innovative and fresh, a legendary partnership born in the bohemian venue, offering a sophisticated item on the musical menu.
The morning rush hour is officially peeking outside. The cafe windows are vibrating from the heavy street, but we are completely comfortable taking this wild ride, matching our internal frequencies to the rapid beat. Our artistic collaboration is an absolute stimulant shot. The caffeine is kicking and accelerating the vibe, creating a frequency that words can barely describe. We elevate the tempo without losing our cool composure, exposing our internal thoughts to maximum exposure. Yeah, and it's a caffeine flow rushing through our collective veins, an intellectual remedy that washes out the stains. We blend the rapid fire lyricism with the coffeehouse groove, giving the cynical spectators a reason to move. Yes, the caffeine flow will keep our awareness sharp and bright, illuminating our perspective with a surge of electrical light. Of electrical light. Yeah.
Yeah. An electric current, rewriting the definition of soul.
We are wide awake, the fog is completely clear.
Yeah. Delivering
the exact performance that the critics feared. And it's a caffeine flow rushing through our collective veins, an intellectual remedy that washes out the stains. We blend the rapid fire lyricism with the coffeehouse groove, giving the cynical spectators a reason to move. Yes, the caffeine flow will keep our awareness sharp and bright, illuminating our perspective with a surge of electrical light. Caffeine flow keeping me awake.
Empty the cup, we out, that's a wrap.
The chandelier is casting silhouettes upon the wall. We sway together in an empty grand ballroom. The autumn leaves are gathering inside the dusty hall as we dance away the memories of our collective doom. I feel your calloused hand gripping my velvet waist, moving to a cadence that is hauntingly sublime. There is no urgency, no reason to proceed in haste. We are completely insulated from the march of time. Your footsteps are deliberate, a contrast to my glide.
Yeah, counting out the steps, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Trying to adjust my rugged posture to your poetry. I'm used to mosh pits, aggressive crowds, and heavy metal bands. Now I'm navigating through a ballroom holding your hands. The contrast is ridiculous, a beast dancing with the beauty. But I feel an overwhelming sense of artistic duty to match your elegance, to fluidly follow your direction. Stepping out of my dark corner to find a new connection. The shadows on the wallpaper are mimics of our past, reminding us of all the illusions that we finally cast aside to make room for this beautiful syncopated waltz, accepting our virtues and forgiving our historical faults.
We spin around the perimeter of our deepest anxieties, escaping from the superficial judgments of societies. The 3/4 time signature is a therapeutic vessel, helping our separate internal demons to finally wrestle. And it's a shadow waltz beneath dim and dusty light, a nocturnal dance that keeps us company tonight. We blend the fierce lyricism with the 3/4 swing, anxious to discover what this combination can bring. Yes, the shadow waltz will spin us across the floor until we don't remember how to fight this useless war.
Yeah, my perspective changes when I adapt to your rotation, realizing that control is just a foolish complication. I spent my whole life trying to dictate the exact rhythm, trapping my creative spirit inside a rigid prism. But this triple meter cadence is forcing me to yield, dropping my sword, my armor, and my heavy shield. I watch your dress spin like a galaxy of stars, erasing the visibility of my emotional scars. No longer chasing after the commercial charts or trophies, just lost inside the elegance of these acoustic philosophies. We orchestrate a movement that defies the modern trend, finding the beautiful beginning where the old stories end.
The grandfather clock is striking the middle of the night. Our silhouettes are melting into a singular design. We don't need the validation of the spotlight's light, as long as your chaotic spirit can synchronize with mine. This dance is our sanctuary from the cold world outside. We spin around the perimeter of our deepest anxieties, escaping from the superficial judgments of societies. The 3/4 time signature is a therapeutic vessel, helping our separate internal demons to finally wrestle. And it's a shadow waltz beneath the dim and dusty light, a nocturnal dance that keeps us company tonight. We'll blend the fierce lyricism with the 3/4 swing, anxious to discover what this combination can bring. Yes, the shadow waltz will spin us across the floor until we don't remember how to fight this useless war.
Yeah, I'm following your lead until the break of day.
No more missteps, our harmony is pure.
This triple meter rhythm is the ultimate cure.
One last turn before the music stops playing.
Listen to what I
Silent shadows are saying, and it's a shadow waltz beneath the dim and dusty light, a nocturnal dance that keeps us company tonight. But not the fierce lyricism with the 3/4 swing, anxious to discover what this combination can bring. Yes, the shadow waltz will spin us across the floor until we don't remember how to fight this useless war. Take a bow, we done, that's all. Take a bow, we done, that's all. The espresso machine is steaming on the bar, a jolt of lightning in a paper cup. I watch a taxi driving from afar before the daily madness wakes us up. I need this bitter stimulant today to kickstart my lethargic, sleepy mind. We have so many urgent things to say, leaving the heavy drowsiness behind. Your cadence is a hyperactive spark that cuts right through the foggy morning haze.
Yeah, injection of adrenaline straight into the bloodstream, waking up the monster from a vivid problematic dream. I'm pacing back and forth across the checkered tile floor. My brain is firing signals like an intellectual war. I take a double shot of dark roast, no sugar added. My vocabulary folder is incredibly well padded. I'm spitting syllables in 90 miles per hour flat, but keeping it inside the jazz pocket where you're at. Your staccato piano chords are giving me the blueprint, leaving a permanent artistic indelible footprint. We synchronize our energies, a high-octane solution, a countercultural blast against the mental pollution. Yeah, the caffeine is kicking in, accelerating the vibe, creating a frequency that words can barely describe. We elevate the tempo without losing our cool composure, exposing our internal thoughts to maximum exposure. And it's a caffeine flow rushing through our collective veins, an intellectual remedy that washes out the stains. We blend the rapid fire lyricism with the Coffeehouse groove, yeah, giving the cynical spectators a reason to move. Yes, the caffeine flow will keep our awareness sharp and bright, illuminating our perspective with a surge of electrical light. I used to need a negative emotion to fuel my fire, screaming at the top of my lungs to express my desire. But now I find inspiration in a high-grade beam caffeine selection, directing my explosive thoughts in a creative direction. No longer dependent on the chaos of the media attention, just enjoying the organic chemistry of this dimension. You lay the melody down like a track for a bullet train, allowing my fast-paced dialect to thoroughly entertain the purists who thought that hip-hop and jazz couldn't mesh. We keep the arrangement incredibly innovative and fresh, a legendary partnership born in a bohemian venue, offering a sophisticated item on the musical menu.
The morning rush hour is officially peeking outside. The cafe windows are vibrating from the heavy street, but we are completely comfortable taking this wild ride, matching our internal frequencies to the rapid beat.
Our artistic collaboration is an absolute stimulant shot.
The caffeine is kicking in, accelerating the vibe, creating a frequency that words can barely describe. We elevate the tempo without losing our cool composure, exposing our internal thoughts to maximum exposure. And it's a caffeine flow rushing through our collective veins, an intellectual remedy that washes out the stains. We blend the rapid fire lyricism with the coffeehouse groove, giving the cynical spectators a reason to move. Yes, the caffeine flow will keep our awareness sharp and bright, illuminating our perspective with a surge of electrical light. Yeah, an electric current
rewriting the definition of soul.
We are wide awake, the fog has completely cleared,
delivering the exact performance that the critics feared.
And it's a caffeine flow rushing through our collective veins, an intellectual remedy that washes out the stains. We blend the rapid fire lyricism with the coffeehouse groove,
we're giving the cynical spectators
a reason to move. Yes, the caffeine flow will keep our awareness sharp and bright, illuminating our perspective with the surge of electrical light. Caffeine flow, keeping me awake.
Empty the cup, we out, that's a wrap.
The reservoir is filled with a deep and midnight dye. I watch the liquid poetry spill across the sheet. We don't need to offer an explanation why our separate trajectories manage to meet. I write down the chords that originate in my soul, while you prepare the sentences that describe the pain. We are two different parts of a singular whole, finding a beautiful solace inside the heavy rain. The fountain pen is bleeding onto the porous white page, a permanent record of our transition to a wiser age.
Yeah, dipping the tip of my quill inside the jazz ink well, extracting the stories that my conscious mind is forced to tell. I'm used to spilling venom, spraying lighter fluid on the track, attacking every single enemy without ever holding back. But this environment requires a more sophisticated fluid, molding my vocabulary like a highly educated druid. I'm painting pictures with the alphabet of fluid calligraphy, matching the elegance of your acoustic discography. Your piano notes are like the blotter paper that absorb the stress,
relieving all the agony, the panic, and the mess
of maintaining the public image that is entirely superficial,
creating something genuine, authentic,
and beneficial.
The ink is flowing down the nib, creating a permanent mark, a legendary blueprint that illuminates the dark. We don't erase the errors, we incorporate the stains, transforming our historical struggles into creative gains. And it's the jazz ink, writing our definitive memoirs tonight, a timeless composition born out of the shadows and the is its own reward.
Yes, yes.
The jazz ink will document the terms of our survival, securing our positions far above any modern rival.
I spent my whole youth treating the notebook like a battlefield, screaming through the ink cartridges until my fate was sealed. I thought that poetry was meant to be a violent weapon of war, leaving nothing but casualties on the recording studio floor. But sitting here at this mahogany desk, watching your hand glide, I see the immense power of letting the aggression subside. No longer needing to weaponize every single syllable I spit, just
enjoying the organic texture of the track where we sit.
We orchestrate a literature that completely defies the trend, finding a beautiful resolution where the old chapters end. A monumental combination of the pavement and the press,
dressing our deepest thoughts in a sophisticated jazz dress. The midnight candle is burning down to the copper base. The final paragraph is taking shape upon the page. We can finally step out of the frantic competitive race, accepting the mature tranquility of this creative stage. Our synchronization is an indelible mark that will never fade. The ink is flowing down the nib, creating a permanent mark, a legendary blueprint that illuminates the dark. We don't erase the hours, we incorporate the stains, transforming our historical struggles into creative gains. And it's the jazz ink, writing our definitive memoirs tonight, a timeless composition born out of the shadows and the light. We blend the rapid fire calligraphy with the vintage chord, realizing that artistic honesty is its own reward.
Yes, yes.
The jazz ink will document the terms of our survival, securing our positions far above any modern rival. Let the words flow, let the midnight ink spill.
Yeah, we're capturing the essence while the world is standing still.
Our story is permanent,
written in stone,
a sophisticated frequency that is completely our own. Sign your name at the bottom of the final sheet.
This is where
the classical design perfectly meets the street. And it's the jazz ink, writing our definitive memoirs tonight, a timeless composition born out of the shadows and the light. We blend the rapid fire calligraphy with the vintage chord, realizing that artistic honesty is its own reward.
Yes, yes, yes.
The jazz ink will document the terms of our survival, securing our positions far above any modern rival. Jazz ink, draw it on the page.
Yes.
Close the book, it's a masterpiece, we out. Yeah. The lines upon my heart are old and deeply set, a history of choices that I try not to regret. I run my fingers across the smooth mahogany wood, wishing I could change the past if I only stood a little taller against the heavy rushing wind. Before the innocence of youth was completely thinned, we carry our luggage from a distant painful place, trying to find a savior or a shred of human grace. But there is a unique beauty in these old defects, an honest testament to what the soul reflects.
Yeah. Look at these vintage scars, the topography of my life, an accurate map of all the struggle, trauma, and strife. I used to try to camouflage the wounds with the fake smile, pretending that I was bulletproof for a long, long while. But these markings on my psyche are a badge of honor now, proving that I survived the storm, fulfilling my vow to never let the industry machinery break my spirit down. Even when I was the most hated individual in this this town. Your piano notes are like a therapeutic cooling balm, relieving the internal panic, restoring the sense of calm. We orchestrate a dialogue out of our collective damage, creating a frequency that ordinary people can barely manage.
We don't erase the history, we embrace the rugged texture, building a magnificent monument out of our old architecture. The frequency is shifting as we accept our broken pieces, watching how the heavy burden of the past finally decreases. Through these vintage scars we express our definitive truth, moving far beyond the reckless arrogance of our youth. We blend the pavement poetry with the sophisticated chord, realizing that emotional honesty is its own reward. Yes, the vintage scars will document our incredible survival, securing our positions far above any modern rival.
I remember the days when everyone was fresh and bleeding, fueled by a toxic diet that my ego was constantly feeding. I thought the strength meant never showing a single vulnerability, operating on a level of absolute destructive volatility. But sitting next to you on the studio bench today, I see the immense power of letting the hostility melt away. No longer needing the weapon as every single syllable I spit, just enjoying the organic texture of the track where we sit. We let the memories breathe, refusing to sanitize the narrative, realizing that the truth is the ultimate powerful imperative, a legendary combination of the gutter and the grand stage, writing a beautiful new chapter on a vintage weathered page. The morning sun is illuminating the scratches on the floor. The old anxieties are no longer knocking on the door. We can finally step out of the frantic competitive race, accepting the mature tranquility of this creative space. Our synchronization is an indelible mark that will never fade. We don't erase the history, we embrace the rugged texture, building a magnificent monument out of our old architecture. The frequency is shifting as we accept our broken pieces, watching how the heavy burden of the past finally decreases. Through these vintage scars we express our definitive truth, moving far beyond the reckless arrogance of our youth. We blend the pavement poetry with the sophisticated chord, realizing that emotional honesty is its own reward. Yes, the vintage scars will document our incredible survival, securing our positions far above any modern rival. The essence,
our resilience
is permanent,
written in our skin,
a sophisticated frequency
from the place where we begin. Through these vintage scars we express our definitive truth, moving far beyond the reckless arrogance of our youth. We blend the pavement poetry with the sophisticated chord, realizing that emotional honesty is its own reward. Yes, the vintage scars will document our incredible survival, securing our positions far above any modern rival. We survived the battle, it's a classic we out. The lamps are turned down low inside this secret space. The world outside is frozen in a frantic, bitter cold. trace the contours of your tired and weathered face, remembering the stories that our younger selves told.
Yeah, we don't need the harsh exposure of the public glare
to validate the deep connection that we secretly share. In this dim lights environment, our spirits can breathe, unraveling the complicated tapestries we weave.
Yeah, your voice is a low rumble,
a comfort to my ears,
washing away the residue of
20 lonely years.
Yeah, step inside the lounge, escape from the paparazzi flash. Tired of the people constantly trying to count my cash. I'm sitting in the corner booth, hidden in the shade, watching how the bright anxieties of the day begin to fade. I appreciate the low wattage of this specific illumination, providing a therapeutic shelter
for my internal frustration.
I used to need the stadium spots to feel like I was alive, screaming into a microphone just to help my ego survive. But in these dim lights, I feel a different type of power grow, learning the artistic value of a relaxed and steady flow. Your Rhodes piano chords are like an emotional insulation, protecting our creative space from external contamination.
The world is celebrating noise, but we embrace the quiet shade, refusing to participate in the superficial parade. The frequency is shifting as the shadows grow long, giving us the perfect atmosphere to execute this song. Inside these dim lights, we can let our guard drop down, far away from the criticism of this judgmental town. We blend the soft execution with the heavy lyrical weight, realizing that true maturity comes to those who wait.
Yes, the dim lights will
shield us from the prying eyes, allowing us to drop the mask and strip away the lies.
Yeah. My perspective is changing when the illumination is reduced, analyzing all the volatile monsters that my brain produced. I spent my whole career standing under a magnifying glass, watching every single mistake being scrutinized by the mass. But sitting across from you in this slow-lit establishment, I feel a deep sense of artistic and spiritual replenishment. No longer needing to perform like an aggressive acrobat, just chilling in a space where the rhythm is smooth and flat. We elevate the dialogue by whispering our deepest thoughts, erasing all the painful lessons that the industry taught. A legendary partnership built out of mutual respect, protecting our vulnerability from any negative defect.
The candle flame is dancing on the dark wooden table. The outside universe is completely locked outside the door. We finally found an anchor that is permanent and stable. We don't need to fight those loud battles anymore. Our synchronization is a beautiful sanctuary in the dark. The world is celebrating noise, but we embrace the quiet shade, refusing to participate in the superficial parade. The frequency is shifting as the shadows grow long, giving us the perfect atmosphere to execute this song. Inside these dim lights, we can let our guard drop down, far away from the criticism of this judgmental town. We blend the soft execution with the heavy lyrical weight, realizing that true maturity comes to those who wait. Yes, the dim lights will shield us from the prying eyes, allowing us to drop the mask and strip away the lies. Dun, 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 dun.
Most honest story we've ever told.
We are invisible now, safe from the crowd,
no longer needing our expressions
to be aggressive or loud. Just listen to the ice melting inside the glass. We survived the storm, the trouble has passed. mask and strip away the lies. Dim lights until the morning dawn. Let the shadows stay. We good peace. The ivory is yellowed on this ancient keyboard stand, a relic of a generation that has slipped away. I run my fingers across the wood with an unsteadied hand, remembering the melodies we used to easily play.
Yeah.
The lacquer is peeling like the paint upon the wall, a visual reminder of the passage of time. We listen to the autumn leaves as they begin to fall, trying to reconstruct a reason or a rhyme for why we let our vibrant symphony completely expire.
Yeah, look at these faded keys. The instrument is ancient history. How we lost our synchronization remains a total mystery. I'm looking at the dust settling inside the inner strings, thinking about the temporary joy the material luxury brings. I used to chase the platinum plaques, the trophies on the shelf, completely neglecting the psychological health of myself. Now I'm standing in an antique shop, staring at the mechanism, viewing our entire career through a different kind of prism.
Your fingers strike a chord and the wood starts to vibrate, resurrecting emotions that I thought were way too late to salvage from the wreckage of our colossal collision. But the music is providing a brand new, pristine vision. The ink is fading on the old sheet music score, but our creative spark is stronger than it was before. We sweep away the cobwebs from the corners of our mind, leaving the historical baggage completely behind. Through these faded keys, we resurrect the dormant flame, remembering the purpose long before we knew the fame. We blend the hip-hop cadence with the classical design, pouring old wisdom into a brand new bottle of wine. Yes, the faded keys will play a magnificent song, proving that our creative connection was right.
I remember the days of the basement tapes and the raw hunger, before the industry machinery chewed up the young girl and youngster. We were just purists chasing after a beautiful vibration, without the constant pressure of a global expectation. But sitting next to you on this creaky wooden bench, I feel the old passion returning to quench the artistic thirst that a stadium crowd could never satisfy. No longer needing to exaggerate or constantly justify my existence to a jury of anonymous internet commenters, just focusing entirely on these acoustic parameters. We let the tempo breathe, no electronic quantization, just two masters engaged in a profound conversation.
The vintage resonance is filling up the empty room. The shadows are retreating from the corners of the hall. We watched our dormant inspiration suddenly bloom, answering the deeply spiritual internal call. Our legacy is written in the music that we made. The ink is fading on the old sheet music score, but our creative spark is stronger than it was before. We sweep away the cobwebs from the corners of our mind, leaving the historical baggage completely behind. Through these faded keys, we resurrect the dormant flame, remembering the purpose long before we knew the fame. We blend the hip-hop cadence with the classical design, pouring old wisdom into a brand new bottle of wine. Yes, the faded keys will play a magnificent song, proving that our creative
the old piano sang.
to see what kind of perspective this melody can bring.
The past is behind us, the future is clear.
Yeah, the music is the only thing that matters right here.
Just listen to the
Machinery working inside the frame.
We survived the fire.
We survived the heavy rain. Through these faded keys, we resurrect the dormant flame, remembering the purpose long before we knew the fame. We blend the hip-hop cadence with the classical design, pouring old wisdom into a brand new bottle of wine. Yes, the faded keys will play a magnificent song, proving that our creative connection was right all along.
Faded keys.
We done, that's right.
That's right.
The purple tint upon my fragile skin is like a map of where our love went wrong. I try to hide the turbulence within by wrapping it inside this gentle song. We fought with words that left no outward scar, yet left us bleeding on the living room rug. We look at each other from afar, sipping our drinks from a chipped ceramic mug. I do not hold a grudge against your ghost, I only wish we knew how to forgive.
Yeah, look at these marks on our collective reputation, an accurate reflection of our mutual frustration. We collided like two planets in a cosmic accident, leaving behind a trail of absolute predicament. I used to think that being tough meant never showing pain, standing like a soldier in the freezing winter rain. But these soft bruises on my psychological defense are forcing me to analyze the structural expense of keeping up this absolute ridiculous charade, while watching all the vibrant colors of our history fade. Your piano notes are like a cool therapeutic compress, relieving all the agony, the panic, and the stress. We don't need to apologize for being slightly damaged goods. We spent too many winters navigating through the dark woods. Now we sit beneath the amber lamp, accepting every flaw, watching how the frozen block of ice begins to thaw. These soft bruises tell a story of survival and grace, an honest testament of how we found our own place. We blend the raw grit with the tender vintage sound, lifting our weary spirits off the cold hard ground. Yes, the soft bruises will eventually start to heal, leaving us with something that is genuinely real. Yeah, my perspective altered when I stopped trying to retaliate, realizing that revenge is just a useless heavyweight. I spent my whole career delivering the verbal punches, operating on my dark, aggressive animal hunches. But sitting in this coffee house, observing your technique, I see the immense power of being vulnerable and meek. No more slamming doors or shattering the glass kitchenware, just an honest assessment of the burdens that we bear. We articulate our trauma through a syncopated rhythm, escaping from my self-created internal prison, a legendary combination of the street and the soul, reassembling the fragments till the vessel is whole.
The morning sun is kissing all the shadows away. The pain is transforming into a beautiful design. We don't have to dwell upon the mistakes of yesterday, as long as your chaotic world can synchronize with mine. Our resilience is a testament to where we belong. We don't need to apologize for being slightly damaged goods. We spent too many winters navigating through the dark woods. Now we sit beneath the amber lamp, accepting every flaw, watching how the frozen block of ice begins to thaw. These soft bruises tell a story of survival and grace, an honest testament of how we found our own place. We blend the raw grit with the tender vintage sound, lifting our weary spirits off the cold hard ground. Yes, the heal, leaving us with something that is genuinely real.
Yeah, the color.
Yeah, yeah.
The color changes.
The pain begins to disappear.
We carry our history without any shame.
No more finger pointing, no more playing the game. These soft bruises tell the story of survival and grace, an honest testament of how we found our own place. We blend the raw grit with the tender vintage sound. Yeah, lifting our weary spirits off the cold, hard ground. Yes, the soft bruises will eventually start to heal, leaving us with something that is genuine.